All right, everyone. How you doing? This is Pete Swartz from Lancaster, Ohio. My last video, I explained why I got this on. I'll say it again. The state contractors came here last night, and I finally got where I sleep at, where they can't do anything to me, and they were really pissed off. They came here in my office and weaponized the office. I had this on didn't have this on when I came in here. This is why I got to sleep at night, though. And they really got in my head and hurt it bad. I came back in here later today to see if it was still there. Still there. They don't want none of this happening. I'm telling all their secrets, and they're really pissed off. I'm telling you what, they've been threatening me all day, going day. So, like they do every other day. So I'm going to do the second part of the Avalon building. And this one here, oh boy. This one here is something else. So was the first part. So when I was in there, I had my Bible with me, and I took it wherever I went. And I had a notepad, and I was always writing everything I read. I wrote it on a notepad, and then I would go over that and pray over it. And the state contractors that were there, they named me the God Man. So, because they had on the black web or dark web, all the things that was happening to me, they pay to watch it. So, while I was in there, I also want to state the fact the man in China was paying a lot of money for them to make stuff on me about pedophilia, so I lose everything. And another thing, I don't know if you know it or not, but if you get caught with it now, they castrate you. If it's real, they castrate you. Well, they make it real. And they castrate you, they put rubber donuts in where your testicles were. So they called me the God Man on the dark web, and they was going to they put on there they was going to cut testicles out of the God Man. And anyway, I was there the first night, and they kept repeating over and over in my head that the guy in China, he bought my testicles and my penis, and they were taking them both off in there. And they told me that every day. So this was like the first week or so, first and second week. And then one night, one morning I woke up, and my left testicle was missing. And if you're a man, you know if you got a testicle missing or not. So I was kind of freaked out. I'm in a nut house where they put me at, because that's where they wanted me, because I was being tortured in there day and night for 3 straight weeks. So they were making money on the dark web over this, and I went to a nurse and told her they didn't even want to hear about it. They didn't want to look, they didn't want to do nothing. So I knew I had a problem on my hands, so I just tried to keep my cool. And then a couple of days later, they took my left testicle. Every day they was taking body parts. And I had nobody to talk to. Nobody would talk to me. I was in a nut house. They think you're nuts. So, and then the next day, I had my 2 testicles back, but they were rubber donuts. You know, there was no pain there. You could do whatever. You could squeeze and hurry. They were rubber donuts, just like you could tell. So I had to keep that to myself as I was being. And then the next thing I know, I said, well, I'm going to lose my penis now. Well, and believe it or not, they also tried that. They put around the shaft, they put in like fibers, glass fiber rods, real fine fibers. And they said, I heard them say, every time you go to use the bathroom, then glass fibers will cut. The edge will keep cutting, and it will fall off after a certain amount of time. And he did it twice, and thank God it didn't work. Glass fibers and it's a real thing. You can look it up, but thank God it's still there. And I don't know if any of them glass fibers are still in my skin or not. So after I finally got released, the day I left the hospital, I was taking the lowest dose of psych med, and was number 1. And when the day I left, they laughed and thought it was funny. They gave me a 5. That was the maximum. And yeah, I was a little drowsy and woozy over it. They all laughed about it, and until when the guys come and pick me up, I said, take me straight to the Lancaster Hospital. Well, they stopped laughing then, because they're always talking to me on the frequency codes that's in your ear canals. So when I got to Lancaster Hospital, my wife met me there. I told them, I said, I want an x-ray of my testicles. They said, why? I said, just give me an x-ray. They wouldn't do it until I told them why. I told them what had happened, and my testicles was removed, and I had rubber donuts put in, because that's what they do today if you're a pedophile. The guys, the State Contractor was going to get $1 million from the guy in China for that. So they wouldn't even look at me or anything. One guy came in and he just asked me why, a doctor I guess, and he just didn't even look, he just left. So what they did, they sent me not back to the Avalon building, but they sent me to Mount Carmel Hospital, mental health facility. And back in, they can't put you anywhere unless somebody signs you for that. That's 2 times I was taken to a mental hospital without my okay, or my family's. They did it on their own. So when I was there at the mental health place at Mount Carmel, I was there for a week. Well, I was there, I think the 2nd day there. Well, guess what? My rubber donuts was taken out. And I heard them complaining that they had to buy a young boy's testicles because he had a sex change. It was like 8, 9 years old. So they cost them $5,000 US. They put those in me. Well, I'm a grown man, and an 8 or 9-year-old boy's testicles are not the same. And not only that, but I've been going to my doctor, and my testosterone levels were 0, because a young boy's testicles don't make any testosterone. So now I have to get shots every 10 days for testosterone. And now everything's back up to normal. But I've got testicles for a 9-year-old boy, and it's all everything can be documented. When I was 14 years old, I had a horrible accident on the farm with an auger, and I had to go to the hospital for a week, and my testicles were almost removed when I was 14 years old. And I got the reports, plus one was badly injured, and they're different. Everything was different about it. So I have all the medical records proving that these are not mine. And yeah, it's just crazy. Then old Gary at the Avalon building, my wife was coming to see me. Well, when I go down there, they was filming my wife and I when we made love in our house. They were selling the videos to the man in China. So, and all they did was kept saying, oh my God, when these women watch your videos, what you do to your wife, they want they want this done to them. So Gary literally brings one of the women in when I'm on my visit with my wife, made her sit across from me, And she kept licking her lips and moving her legs and all kinds of stuff, and it was pretty disgusting. 2 times that happened. And he was trying to tell me this woman was going to give me $10,000 if I would do that to her. I told him, I said, I don't sell myself, and I don't do that kind of stuff. And he got very upset. So I don't know what he was really going to get, but he was probably going to try to make a new charge on me. That's how they get paid. This is all stuff that's so real, and you can dissect it whatever you want, but these people are evil. The state contractors make money off of you one way or another. And before I go, I just want to add one more time, if anybody has a computer, laptop, cell phone, and you have got a porn site on the devices from the past, it could be a year ago, they know it automatically, and they can do the same thing to you, because it is against the law now. But they do not tell you. They'll come out in a couple years, but it's in effect right now. So if you have it on there, get rid of it, throw it away, whatever you got to do, burn it and get a new one. Once you get a new one, then it stops, and they can't do nothing else until you get it back on there. You shouldn't be watching it anyway. It's straight from the pits of hell. So anyway, thank you very much.